Hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to the good old days. This is your boy Humza, Pakistani brown boy. This is episode 2 of the podcast. I hope y'all are having a good day. What day is it today, man? It's freaking Wednesday, like May 21st, I think, or some shit. As y'all know, episode 1 came out last week. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. Since I've dropped that video, I've been trying to think about like how I want to do this podcast, and I really do fuck with this angle that I got from this up view. It's different, you know what I mean? I am slowly trying to invest into a second camera so that you guys can also get a regular like front view of me and actually see my face, and then like if you're watching the video on YouTube, or also I'm gonna be trying to release the videos on TikTok, then it'll be switching. You'll see the angles will be switching throughout the video, so it'll just be more like involved, I guess, in a way. It'll be cool. Anyways, though, in the last video I did talk a lot about trying to find yourself and very much seeing things from both sides, the positive side and the bad side, that there's a duality in life, and that it goes into understanding perspectives and understanding people, understanding yourself, and just trying to find what you want to do with your life, So from that, I think a good thing I want to talk about a little bit is like validation and attention, because something that I feel like a lot of people, and honestly including myself, I've struggled with a lot growing up. Many people out there, it's, I think, a normal human just thing to do. And you have to like grow out of it, or like try to teach yourself to break the habit. But we seek validation from other people, and we try to seek attention from other people just because maybe we didn't get that from our parents and our siblings or just our teachers or whatever the fuck. And it's just kind of like a trauma thing that a lot of times it comes from trauma. That's usually where it stems from. Like for me, even though my parents kind of still did give me that attention and spoiled me, like I'm always, whenever my brothers and I get into an argument, they always kind of bring up the fact that I've been spoiled throughout my life compared to them, because I am the youngest brother. But I feel like I also didn't get that attention in a way because of the fact that my parents were dealing with so much shit with my brothers, like getting locked up and fights and it always being violent in my house, and all my parents were always just going through shit, having to deal with my other brothers. Me mentally and internally, I didn't get that attention, even though they might think it's the opposite. I think about it too, because I've been thinking a lot about my like childhood trauma these past couple months, and I don't remember a lot from my childhood, to be honest. I feel like I blanked out a lot because I didn't like want to be there as much as like I tried to kind of also be involved in the situations, because like they treated me in the sense of like, oh, you're the youngest, we don't want to tell you everything that's going on. I tried to be involved, but then at the same time I wasn't, because it's just like sometimes shit just got way too out of hand, and I was like, bro, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go in my room and play fucking video games while y'all are dealing with whatever bullshit outside of my room. It's 2024. The influencer industry, the content creator industry, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's blowing the fuck up. Everyone knows this now. So many fucking people are influencers. They have their jobs by just making videos or whatever, and people do it through fashion, cooking, fucking rock climbing, everything. But I feel like a lot of people, though, because of the fact that we're always trying to like make content, we're also trying to seek validation and attention from other people. It happens. I've done this a million times. I still kind of fall back into it, but I always try to catch myself. And any other content creator who makes content creative is listening right now. Y'all know this, that we post something, and then we put a lot of fucking work into it, and then we see only gets like 100 views on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and then it kind of bums us out because we're like, bro, what the fuck, like I put a lot of work in this, or like, man, why can't my shit blow up like this person, or like, damn, my shit is way better than this person's shit, like why the fuck can't it blow up, and it's like we're always trying to please the algorithm. We're always trying to please like ourselves through receiving shit from other people. instead of just like us posting shit because we love it. If you want to dress a certain way, dress that certain. If you want to go dress a certain way, go dress that way and go outside because you love wearing what you fucking wear. You know, not because you hope to get attention from this girl fucking at the mall, or you know, looks from other people and shit. You know, my sophomore English teacher used to always say this thing. He's like, you know, do things for yourself. And if you get something like a positive comment from someone else from it, that's just like a bonus point. If you get like a negative thing, then that don't matter. You know, that doesn't matter. That's not going to affect you because in the end, you did it for yourself. But anything that positive comes out of it, it's just a bonus point. You know, it's just an extra little thing to, you know, make you put a smile on your face. And it's kind of, you know, it's kind of weird because I feel like in the seek of like validation and attention to, you start to kind of fall in this like habit of also trying to justify the things that you're doing. I can also say that I've done this. Like, again, it goes back to my fucking content in a way that I'll like make a video and it will blow up, but then people will hate on it or something. And then I'm over here trying to explain why I made this video, why I did this. But in reality, it's like, you don't need to fucking do that, dude. You don't need to justify your actions, really. You know, of course, if you did something like fucked up, you know, and you're like maybe getting canceled for it, then it's like, yeah, yo, like, apologize, you know, that's different. But trying to justify your actions when you're just being yourself, trying to do your own thing, like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to explain yourself to people about things that you're doing that like make you happy. You know, I remember when I started finally like realizing that I kind of sometimes do seek attention, because, you know, you can do that shit without even realizing it. You do unconsciously. And it's like, I didn't realize it till 2023 September. I was hanging out with my ex, with her mom and shit. And I was having like the greatest day. We were dancing, vibing, having a good time. And I felt like that day I was so 100% myself that it caught me the fuck off guard, because I felt like I haven't really been that with just like anyone, you know? And it had me thinking the next day all day, and I like broke down fucking crying in my car by myself. And like, it was like the first mental breakdown I had in a while. And I was just thinking how I feel like I struggle being 100% myself, or I felt like I struggled being 100% myself, just because I was kind of scared to bring that out, and I didn't want to like, I wanted to, you know, and it's like, because I wanted to, how I am out at my house alone, it's like I want to show that personality when I'm also around my friends, because, you know, when you're alone, you can be completely your fucking self, no one's around, you know. But I wanted to also have that energy, show my goofy, stupid self with my friends and my family as well. And I felt like I could really do that until like that day when I was with my ex. I did that, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck is going on? But in that mental breakdown, I also realized how I do things for attention also, in a way. Like, I wear very more like, I guess, out of the box outfits. And when I go out and I'd wear those outfits, sometimes in the back of my head, I guess, I would think about like, oh, like, are other people looking at me? You know, in the sense of not like, oh shit, this person's looking at me, but more in the sense like, oh, is this person looking at me? Like, kind of seeking that attention, seeking those eyes. And it made me kind of think like, man, am I doing this shit for myself, or am I doing this shit because I want the attention only? People don't need to understand you. You don't need everyone to understand you. Not everyone is gonna. As much as like, you know, like, you're gonna have your homies, your best friends, maybe some of your family understand, yo, I know this person top to bottom, in and out type shit. But no matter what, you might have other people. There's gonna be people around the world, people that see your shit, people that see you, talk to you, whatever, that like they're just never gonna be able to get you. And one big example, I guess I could say that I was doing that was with my parents. You know, was my parents are old generation, bro. Like cultured as fuck, Pakistani parents, Muslim raised. Like I'm over here with tattoos and piercings, and like I wear skirts and makeup. Like it's completely against what they were raised with, and like our religion and culture and all this shit for guys. They don't get me, you know. My parents, being real, like have this version of me in their head that they want me to be really badly, and I'm not able to be that version, you know, because that's not who I am. And I feel like for so long after 2020, when my style and everything started to change, when I started to kind of like go a different route of expressing myself, I was trying for a really long time to like, yo, I want you guys to understand me, bro. And just really, and I tried so hard to like get their attention and really just like love me for me. But I've gotten to the point now where it's like, not that I've like given up on that, but more just like I've just come to the understanding that, you know, they're old cultured and they have this version of me in their head, and they're not able to understand that, like, you know, this is who I am. This is the Humza that they're looking at. This is the real Humza that's alive and living his life, you know? And it's not the version of it's not the Humza in their head. But like, I'm not trying to make them understand me anymore. I'm not trying to make them see me for me anymore. I'm just living my life, you know? And it's like, I'm just doing me, and that's it. And like, I don't got no hate for them. I got no I don't have any ill feelings towards them or anything. Like, do I still like to keep my distance though, just for my own mental like space and just my own mental health? Yes, of course. You know, that's something that I feel like everyone should do. If it's like, you know, that if you're around someone and like it just drains you, then it's like, keep your distance, keep your space, or cut them out. You know, you don't, depending on how bad it is or who it is, you know. But that's definitely for sure like a prime example, I guess, of like what I was trying for so fucking long, you know, is that I was just like, bro, why can't y'all get me? I remember in 2020, you know, I was having the worst mental breakdowns of my life. Because in 2020, my first ex, you know, she cheated on me. She like faked rape, faked suicide. Like, it was my girl. My first ex was psychotic as a motherfucker. Okay. And I'm going to explain her I'll talk about her one day more in depth. I can make a whole podcast episode about the crazy shit that I went through with her. But anyways, in that one, you're going to need popcorn, low key. But, I was trying so hard. 2020, also, I was going through my breakup, but then the second half of 2020 and the first half of 2021, before I moved to LA, like, my style started changing. TikTok blew up. So I started, like, kind of venturing into, like, the e-boy style, fucking baggy clothes and shit like that. But my parents were not fucking with it. And, like, I low-key was getting yelled at all the time, questioned if I was gay, questioned if I was trans, and I'm straight, bro. You know what I mean? But I just dress this way because I like to dress this way. I low-key was getting slapped up by my brothers sometimes. Like, it wasn't cool. It wasn't fun. I feel like at some point, sometimes, you know, and it wasn't all the time, I was wearing crazy fits because I was trying to get a reaction out of them. I was trying to get attention out of them. I was trying to piss them off and shit, just because, like, they would give me so much shit that I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna fucking pull up in a crazy ass fit to the next family party or family gathering and just piss them off. And like, of course, did that make shit worse? Oh my fucking God. On God, it did. But I stopped doing that. I don't know if it's because I just grew up. I don't know if it's because, you know, part of it maybe just because I grew up. But I found myself now. And I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy with where I'm at. And it's like, that's it. Any other fucking any other Pakistani people or desis or just other really strict cultured parent people, like, or have like really strict parents, bro, I know y'all can relate on this bullshit. I know y'all can relate on this because it gets tough. It gets very fucking tough. And if you have some parents that are very fucking chill, that let you do whatever the fuck you want, on God, you one lucky motherfucker for real. Dude, it's crazy, like the things I've seen people do just for attention. Like, back to, actually, I don't, let me tell y'all a little bit about my first ex. So, like, this girl, I'm not gonna, of course, say her name. She fucking faked rape, okay? And this is crazy, okay? Because I know a lot of y'all are like, what the fuck does that even mean? So when I first met her, she told me she had all these friends from from LA, these bougie ass friends. They're rich as fuck, blah blah blah. And she's told me she was still friends with her ex before me. And, you know, of course, just, I don't know, boundary, comfortableness. I asked her, yo, can I have your like ex's contact? You know, just because if you're still friends, like, I'd like to have his number. She gave it to me, or she gave me his Snapchat. Gives me a Snapchat, but like his Snap score was only 30, and that always weirded me out. Whenever like her and I got into an argument, he would always text me being like, bro, why is your girl texting me about this shit? Like, fix your shit with your girl. I shouldn't be doing this. And I was like, bro, what the fuck is this? Okay. But then like time goes by, and I remember my homie started talking to one of her homegirls, which is one of the ones that lives in LA. And he was talking to her on Snapchat as well. And he had a date with her, and he was supposed to go meet her up like at Beverly Hills at the Grove. And he drove all the way over there. From where we lived, it was like an hour away. This motherfucker went all the way over there, comes there. This bitch isn't even there. The girl's not there, and he got bailed on. He was so fucking sad. He's telling me, he's like, bro, why'd your girl's homie like bail on me? I'm texting my girl like, bro, where's your homegirl? Like, that's like, what the fuck? That's fucked up. Why'd your homegirl bail on my homie? You know, whatever. That's another thing that was just weird. And what was also fucking weird, what was weird is that her Snap score was also like 30, okay, or something really low. And one time I was at school, and he texted me on my phone, and he's like, hey bro, go grab your girl's phone and go on her Snapchat. And I was like, okay, this is weird. I'm probably gonna get in very much trouble because I'm grabbing her phone and doing this. And I did. But I grabbed her phone, I went on her Snapchat, and I see that she's logged in on that homegirl's Snapchat account. And then she got really pissed at me, didn't want to talk to me for like 2 days because I went through her phone or some shit. But like, I was also confused, like, why are you logged in on her phone, okay? Or on her Snapchat. Time a little bit goes by. My girl goes to Washington, or my ex goes to Washington, D.C. on a trip. And she asks me, she's like, hey, while I'm out of town, can you hang out with my mom? Take her out to dinner and some shit. I'm like, yeah, I got you. So we go out to Red Lobster, we're hanging out, and then I'm talking to her about my ex's friend, William, that would sometimes come over to her aunt's house whenever she's there babysitting her aunt's like kids or something. Another friend from LA. And I was talking to her about, I was like, oh, like, how's William? Like, oh, you see Will like whenever he's at your sister or your aunt's house, or at like, oh, my ex's aunt's house, or like, you know, whatever. And she's like, who's Will? Who's William? And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, my ex like said that William comes over to your, like, you know, the aunt's house to hang out. She was like, there's no William. And I texted her, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And then her mom also texts her. She's like, yo, why are you telling Humza that there's a guy named William? She texts me, and she's like, hey, I gotta tell you something. All these people that I've been telling you that I'm friends with in LA, they don't exist. I'm the one who made Snapchat. All those Snapchat accounts, I made them. I was the one texting you from them. I was the one texting your homie from them, pretending to flirt with him. All this shit. That's why no girl came. That's why my homegirl didn't come to the date, because she didn't exist. And I was like, you're crazy. What the fuck? And then I proceeded to stay with her for another year because I was just fucking too in love with her. But yeah, I'm stupid for that. But anyways, yeah, she's like, I did all that just so that you would like me and think I'm cool, and just because like I like all this shit. And I was just like, bro, I don't know. That's like one of the craziest stories I have. And like, I could get, again, really more in depth about my ex, but like, the things that she did for attention was crazy. It was really fucking wild. And it's insane just how people like will go to such extents for it. And it's like, it makes me think like, damn, bro, how did you fucking grow up? Like, you know, never getting attention or whatever the fuck to make you do things like this. But of course, whatever you fucking went through growing up does not fucking like make whatever you're doing now, like towards other people or whatever, right, you know? It doesn't make it fucking right at all. One last thing I would like to say is that if you're on the other side of it, you know, let's say someone is trying to make you validate their feelings. If it's just a homie, he's just like, yo, like, I just want you to understand like where I'm coming from type shit. In the sense that's not like validation, but it is. But it's like you guys are just trying to come eye to eye and just understand each other because y'all are homies or y'all are family, you know? So everything I'm saying, don't take it into a literal aspect of being like, oh yeah, so it's like whenever someone's trying to get me to validate their feelings, I should just tell them to fuck off. No, like take a step back, put yourself in their shoes, you know, be empathetic, don't be insensitive, and try to understand where they're coming from or whatever. And like, and whatever they're saying isn't some bullshit or whatever. And it's just like, go from there. That's all. That's the last thing I guess I could say right now to all that. I do love y'all. This was episode 2 of the Good Old Days podcast. This is your brown boy, motherfucking Humza right here. It's the Daisy Boys. Okay. I love y'all. I'll see y'all. Lights.